When happiness is out of our grasp, it's usually related to our behaviors. We blame our circumstances, our lack of something. We blame a failed relationship, or our lack of money, our lack of connection to a community, or our lack of friends. We blame anything but ourselves. And if we are blaming external factors, we are on the wrong path. Happiness is when something bad happens to us and we are able to gracefully roll with it. We accept the circumstance. We take responsibility for our part. And we move forward. We storm the mountain. We capture the flag. And we celebrate and move on to the next great adventure. We will now dive into 7 characteristics that can crush happiness. Let's grab a coffee with some Stoic philosophers and other great thinkers. This is a video about how to be happy. Number 1. Too much pleasure. The soul does violence to itself when it is overpowered by pleasure or by pain. Marcus Aurelius. Too much pleasure makes us feel too comfortable. It weakens our legs, our minds, and our drive. We sink deeply into comfort, dream big, take zero action, and then become depressed. Happiness comes from having meaning in our lives. It comes from growth. Happiness comes from courage and community. It comes from heartfelt love and health. Number 2, too much comfort. We have all heard how we should leave our comfort zones. Spiritual teacher and best-selling author David Deida teaches us that we should find the boundary of our comfort zone and live slightly past it every single day. It takes courage, and courage contributes to happiness, which brings us to the next way to destroy happiness. Lack of courage. When we are wrapped in the warm cocoons of comfort, we are not being courageous. It takes courage to live past our comfort zones. And each time we act courageously, we get a dopamine shot and an adrenaline shot. 2 for the price of 1. Courage is needed to make progress in the direction of our dreams. Number 3, lack of purpose or meaning or a mission. Most of us need a sense of purpose in our lives, something to give us meaning, a mission to go on. The purpose doesn't have to be grandiose. It can be simple. And our purpose can change based on our circumstances. Author, Holocaust survivor, and psychologist Viktor Frankl teaches us that meaning is derived out of our current circumstance. Frankl survived Auschwitz and other horrible camps by finding meaning and purpose in those circumstances. His purpose became helping other prisoners. What is your current circumstance? Your purpose comes from that. Number 4, too much solitude. I used to think I could find lasting happiness in solitude on an exotic island as long as I meditated, exercised, created, and had pleasure. And while that can take you really far, it does cap out. It's not enough for maximum level happiness. In the book, The Happiness Hypothesis, Finding Modern Truth in Ancient Wisdom, author Jonathan Haidt teaches us that meditation will only raise our happiness so far. The book brings to light how community, a creative project that gives us meaning, and a few close relationships are required if we want to achieve maximum levels of happiness. We need to connect. and we need to relate. Data science and ancient wisdom are both aligned in teaching us that we need others to be happy. In addition, we need to make peace with our past. Number 5, unresolved trauma. We have to make peace with our inner demons if we want to be happy. Whether it's abandonment issues, or fear of rejection, or judgment, or fear of being exploited, if we do not address these issues and become friends with them, and change how they reside within our physiology, they will run our lives. Unresolved trauma can block us from a dream relationship. It will keep us self-medicating to the point where we're not fully present in our lives. Whether it's pot, alcohol, Xanax, or opioids, we are happy when we partake with pleasurable moderation, not self-medication. Once we make peace with our past, we can enjoy the abundance that we currently have. Which brings us to the next happiness killer. Number 6, scarcity mindset. We will have trouble being happy if we believe there is not enough and that we are not enough. When we operate from a scarcity mindset, we are in survival mode, even when our needs are already met. A scarcity mindset can be related to money or love or friends, wherever we feel lack. An abundance mindset does not mean that you need to be a multimillionaire. Abundance simply means having gratitude that there is enough and that we are enough. An abundance mindset is when we take responsibility for what we have and what we want, and if we want more, we know it's up to us to add more value. Number 7, too little gratitude. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Cicero teaches us that gratitude is the king of all virtues. When we practice gratitude, we are loving and appreciating everything in this brief moment in time that we have on the planet. We are grateful for our health, for the roof over our heads, for a loved one. We are grateful for our growth, even when that growth is painful. Gratitude is power because it is one of the few things that we can control. We cannot control when a disaster happens, but we can be grateful for the lessons that it taught us, the growth it gave us, and who we've become as the result of it. Practice gratitude daily, and your life will unfold in ways that will blow your mind. Experience has taught me all of the above statements are true. I actually wanted to end my life at one point long ago. But it was too selfish. It would have crushed my parents. So I sought wisdom from great thinkers and spiritual leaders and psychologists. I shopped for great therapists. I bought books and personal growth courses. Turns out, life can be amazing if we have the next dream, and if we do the work, just a little, every day. And if we practice breath work or meditation, or take ice baths, or simply live past our comfort zone every day. Talk to strangers. We can make this life amazing and share that happiness with others. Because at the start of the day, it's just coffee.